Hello, and welcome back to Hitman Freelancer. And we pick up where we left off in the last episode, and we're about to take on our syndicate leader for the Tier 1 of the Assassination campaign. And we're off to Whittleton Creek, where we have 4 suspects, 1 safe, 1 courier, 1 supplier. We have to eliminate guards with a sniping rifle, headshot kills only, and hide target bodies. So those are our optional objectives. Let's have a quick look at our prestige objectives. So we have eliminate leader escaping, eliminate leader with a water or fire trap, and pacify suspects silently. Now, none of the optional or the prestige objectives are really a concern when it comes to the showdowns. So here are the target's credentials, shall we say. You can't really see them too clearly there. So we'll have a look via our camera once we get into the mission. So I'm just debating, do we bring a sniping rifle? It might be worth the risk just for the little bit extra. We will also be able to take out our target from a distance, which is always very, very useful. Which is another reason why I try to pick Whittleton Creek as my final destination for the syndicates.
Bon voyage, 47. Welcome to Whittleton Creek. This is the last stand. We now know the leader's location. However, you will need to do some recon to make sure you get the right target. To help you, we have the following information. They are attending a secret meeting. As for their identity, we know that they have no hair. They are wearing glasses. They are wearing earrings. And wearing a hat. We have further intel that informs us that the target has a tendency to enjoy food of any kind. And they like to read, be it keeping up with the times or simply wanting to be inspired. Use these traits to your advantage. Godspeed, 47.
So we are looking for a bald, earringed, behatted target. I'm gonna actually try. Here we have earrings, glasses, hat, no hair, foodie, and I can't remember what the last one was. So we're going to quickly just have an attempt to see if any of the suspects are within range of us getting a good view at them. Now, unfortunately, the canopies over the Wilson's garden do make that rather difficult. So I don't think we'll stick around here for too long. I have tried this before using a sniping rifle. It didn't work out too well that time either. So I think what we'll do is we'll fall back on the tried and tested method, and we're just going to make our way over to the Wilson's property using instinct very heavily whilst we try to locate the lookouts. The assassins are not too much of a problem, but the lookouts are enforcers, and if they spot you, it's pretty much game over. So we want to make our way over to the Wilson's property and grab ourselves a burger from the barbecue whilst we narrow down our suspects to 1. So I'm going to make my way into the garden where we just so happen to have 2 of our suspects arriving for a meeting. So you have no hair, you have earrings, but you don't have a hat. Now your colleague here on the left does have a hat and glasses. Let's see if we can get a bit closer and check whether you have earrings. I believe you quite possibly don't. I couldn't quite tell. So we'll follow you around for a little while because so far you are our closest prospect. So while we wait for them to finish their meeting, let's see if we can get a good look at any of the others. Just keep an eye out because I know there's going to be a lookout around here somewhere. So we do have another suspect on the other side of the garden. So let's get over here. I want to get a nice good distance ahead of them. Use our camera. We have a hat. We have no hair. We have earrings and glasses. So all we need to do now is work out whether you're a foodie and a bookworm. So I think it's you will be following around for a little while. I don't know how long, and we need to basically avoid the lookouts whilst at the same time keeping a very, very close eye on our suspect here. Hopefully she will move into a position and do something that will give away her identity. And she has done. She is a foodie. So we have 5 matches out of the 6 that I am trying to match up. I don't worry about the meetings. And she moves straight on into reading a book. So I am pretty certain now that this is our target. So what we're going to do is we are going to headshot that young lady with a sniping rifle, I think. So I'm just going to move around a little bit more. We're going to follow her just a little bit further, see if we can't manipulate her into finding a secluded area, like the basement here. So if I wasn't holding my camera, I could try and throw the briefcase, but for some reason it won't let me throw the briefcase. And when it finally does, our target has actually moved off and we've snared ourselves the couple who tore the house. So that didn't go to plan. We do always have our fallback, which is to eliminate our target via the treehouse for the house for sale, or even an upper bedroom. So in the meantime, we're going to go and see the supplier around at Helen West's house and see what this guy has for us. Again, we don't have very much cash like the last time.
Need something. I only sell good merch.
I do need my vitamins.
So what do you have for us today? Well, we have a very nice looking sniping rifle and a few other items we can actually afford. I think I'm just going to grab the screwdriver and the micro proximity device there, just to get them out of the way. And with that taken care of, I think it's time for us to go and deal with our target. So as before mentioned, we're going to try the treehouse. Now, I don't recommend this as a sniping location, really, especially on Whittleton Creek Freelancer as the showdown, because there's nowhere really to escape to. And once I take this shot, all hell is going to break loose. So we want a good exit strategy. Nothing in the crate here. So we are going to try and find a better spot, I think, as I can see. There's nowhere really to hide. We could be eliminated before we even make it down the ladder if there is an assassin nearby. So I'm going to go with plan C, and that is to eliminate our target from one of the upper rooms in the house for sale. This is probably the safest option. We really don't want to end up failing again. So I'm going to make my way up the stairs in the house for sale and into one of the rooms overlooking the Wilson's property. And luckily for me, in this particular room, not only do we have an open window, but there is also a wardrobe in which we can hide. So just going to wait for our target to re-emerge from the house, and when they do, we're going to take a shot at them.
Congratulations, 47. The leader is eliminated, sending a clear message. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
So once we have taken our shot, we're going to hide it in the wardrobe until all the panic calms down before re-emerging, and we're going to stay in the house for sale right now, and we're going to try and be brave and take on at least one of our optional objectives, and that will be to eliminate 3 guards with the sniping rifle. As we can do this from a distance, Whittleton Creek isn't the biggest of maps, and we can find 3 guards isolated quite easily without having to get into a gun battle. So we took out the guard who is escorting the politician around just as they were walking down the street, and while his body is being removed, we're just going to wait in the creek shed here, and when the guard removing the first guard's body wanders off, we can then escape through the back of the shed here, line up our shot, and when the guard comes along, we can then shoot him in the butt. So 2 down, 1 more to go. Now I'm thinking there's another guard just around the corner here, but it turns out he was one of the 2 that we've already eliminated. So we're going to pack up our sniping rifle and move on to our next guard location. Now I've got the idea in my head that the next guard should and will be the guard who is asleep on the bench over by the muffin stand. And I know that there is a spot here where we have a bush and another shed where we can hide just in case things go wrong. Only trouble is there are a couple of signs and a massive tree between us and our target, so we're not really going to be able to pull off a shot from here. There is also a guard right here, and everyone will be wondering, why don't I just shoot him? It's a little bit too close for comfort. I'd rather take a long distance shot than a close-up shot, just because it will give us the opportunity to move away before anyone gets too wise to us. So this bush is not going to prove to be very, very useful, but there is another bush much closer to the exit where we can get a nice clear shot at our target. So we're just going to make our way over to that bush, pull out our sniping rifle for the final time, locate the lazy guard asleep on the bench, and we're going to headshot him through his hat. We're going to quickly put away our silenced sniping rifle and run for the exit before anyone realizes it was us that took the shot. So we have taken down another syndicate leader.
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before turning to a life of crime.
So, as I said, one more syndicate leader taken care of. We, again, not too bothered about the optional objectives or the prestige objectives when it comes to a showdown. We have one goal: get the target and get out. Alive, preferably. I don't want to be losing all of my stuff yet again. So we're going to make our way back to the safe house.
However, I have intel that there are more connected. Finish the job. Take them all down, and you will be well rewarded. Get back to me when you're ready.
So, as usual, once we have successfully taken down a syndicate, we get a reward. And we have the Sega 300. Let's try not to leave this one behind on a mission again. So we're going to leave the story there for now, and we will pick up our next syndicate in the next episode. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.